everyone, it's Jeannie Marie with Artistic Pours and More, and welcome to my channel. I am doing episode 2 of my how-to videos. This is a pretty easy one. This is just how to prep your items that you're going to paint. So of course, first we're going to do a canvas to make sure. Sounds like a drum. Sounds pretty good. So, I don't think I need to spritz it. Just a little hint. You don't have to do it right now, but you do it when you're done, just to make sure that you think it's tight enough. You want the canvas nice and taut. So, you would spritz it with some distilled water. Just a light little mist over the whole back. And let it dry, air dry, and it will tighten your canvas right up. So what we're going to do now is we are going to tape it up. Now I have some painter's tape right here that I buy at the dollar store for $1. I get it at Dollar Tree. And if you want to try to keep your canvases cleaner on the back, because this is a messy technique, most of our pour painting techniques are quite messy, and it's very easy to get it on the back of your canvas, especially on the edges where you're holding it. So I usually tape off my canvases just like so. Go all the way around. I think this is 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch. I like the fact that Dollar Tree has this size because I like it to overlap the edge on the inside, and I'll show you. I don't do that until I'm totally got it all the way around the outer edge. So, I'm going to keep going. I usually have at least 10 canvases prepped at a time, sometimes less. If I'm doing more crafting, I don't have as many canvases prepped. Lately, we're doing the challenge, the hashtag Y2K challenge, or YT. I keep saying Y2. YT challenge. 100 videos in 100 days. And we just hit 50. So we're halfway there. So I've been doing a little bit of this and that. But I enjoy it all. I enjoy painting. I enjoy crafting. Of course, I enjoy shopping hauls. Who doesn't? What woman doesn't anyway? Most of us do. Alright. So after I get all my tape on there, of course I am going to go back and fix any edges that aren't quite right. I take my scissors, line it up in the middle, and just do a snip on each corner, like so. Just, whoops, like that. And here. Yeah, I'm doing real good today. Like that. And guess I need some sharper scissors. Oh, what's happening? There we go. So then I just press it down inside so it covers most of the inside as well. Because when you're gripping your painting, you normally have your fingers over the edges. So it's really good to have a little bit wider painter's tape, so you don't have to lay down 2 layers if you have just a small one, 1 inch. I like the fact that the Dollar Tree does have the wider one for us. Well, for whoever. So you just secure it nice and strong, like so. Then you're going to put your push pins in. And sometimes I have a problem with it, and sometimes I don't. So I have my little baby hammer. I'm getting it now. My little mini hammer, I call it, in case I need to tap it, the push pins in. But for that, I am going to move this other canvas I have right there and lay this flat. Alright, so you try to find the right spot in the middle and do your best to push it in, and sometimes you're lucky and you find that spot, and there it goes. You don't need the hammer. And this actually helps keep, and then other times you're not quite so lucky. Nope, so we're going to tap that one in. There you go. A little bit further. There you go. Anyway, this keeps it up off the bottom so that when the paint, when you sit it down and you're working on it, all your edges don't get stuck into the paint, because then you have a hard time getting it off of whatever you have it laid on when there's dried paint stuck to your canvas and to whatever it's laying on. Well, I'm just not finding the spot today. Oh, there we go. Got that one. Okay. And the last bit, certainly not the least. Right here. There we go. And if you're doing a bunch at one time, sometimes it's just easier if you do the hammer, because that way your fingers don't get sore. Now, usually I check this as I'm going, but I wanted to show you. I just go back around and make sure that everything's even. Pull that up a little bit, just like this. Trim it off. And then I do that all the way around. Make sure it's nice and straight. There you go. You can do it either way, after the fact, when you can just spin it around real easy, or while you're doing it. Oops, oh well, that's okay. Alright, so this is how you prep your canvas for painting. So it's ready to go. You don't have to do anything but decide what you're going to do on it. And there you have it. So that's how you would prep a painting. The next thing we're going to go to is tiles. Now a lot of people, including myself, we buy these tiles usually at Lowe's or Home Depot. You usually get a little case of 100, and it's under $10 if I remember right. With tax and everything, it's right at 10, something like that. So we end up making tiles, turn them into coasters, whatnot. Some people get the little bit bigger ones, the 6x6, and turn them into hot plates if you're going to resin them with the heat-resistant resin. All kinds of things you can do. So basically, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to tape it off all the way around, just like this. And actually, I'm just going to go on each side like that. Can't see on the other side. Like this. Oops. Let's see if we're going to get one right in the middle. Yes, we are. That's the good thing about this wide tape. Right down the middle. Okay. Just like that. And if you have a straight edge razor knife, you can actually do it this way as far as getting the extra edge off, or you can just snip it a little bit with your scissors, like that, right like that. So we have it all done. This side, I'm going to check it. And what you're going to do with these is you're going to get, I have my 91% alcohol right here, and I spritz it and wipe it down with alcohol. It helps keep any of your oils from your fingers or any dirt or anything that's on there off. Actually, I also recommend that you do it again right before you want to put your gloves on, right before you're going to use them, or right before you're going to pour paint or whatever you're going to do with them, whether it's resin or paint. You're going to want to clean them off again. You want to make sure you're wearing gloves because your fingers have oil too. So definitely very important, because resin definitely does not stick to oil, which means it's not going to stick to the silicone. Here. So that's very important that I always clean it now, and then again, right? Whoops, I'm going to have to put another one there. I didn't do it quite right. It's okay. Here we go. We got it. Alright, so that's basically how you do that. And you don't want to remove these until you're totally done. And also, what's a good way to finish the back of your coasters that you're doing, whether they're resin or paint, after you varnish them and everything's done, purchase some of these cork boards. They're very thin and flexible, and they have a sticky back, so you can put them right on the back. Cork is going to be showing just like that, just like this, and that helps for it not to move around or slide around for a coaster. I get these on Amazon to have handy right over here in case I want to use any of the paint I poured for paint skins. I can put them right there and make a coaster out of it. Okay, now I'm going to go to a CD. You pour on a CD. You can pour on a CD. You can pour on a record. You can pour on so many things. The main thing about these is you must keep them clean. So I'm just going to basically, also glass jars. I'm trying to think of everything that you might want to pour on that has a slick surface, like glass, CDs, albums. I definitely want to clean them with alcohol. So you're going to do it the same way. You're going to clean, I would clean both sides. With this, it really doesn't need tape. I do also recommend on the album, now I don't always do it, I will tell you that, but I would recommend on the album and on the CDs that you tape the hole, the opposite side of what you're going to be pouring on. Just like that. Always clean it again right before you use it. Make sure you have gloves on when you're cleaning it. That way there's no oil from your fingers getting on that. That's the general rule with anything you're going to use that you're using this on. Whether it be tiles or glass or CDs or albums. And then a lot of people do, they buy a can of like a spray, just to prime it, like a primer coat. You don't have to buy anything super expensive, just get a primer coat, lay it outside somewhere and do a quick spray, let it dry thoroughly, and then pour your paint on it. But a lot of people do put on the primer paint first. So that's what you do with these. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to give you some ideas about these little, I mean, if you still have the little boxes that they came in, which, if that was the case, then you would have to actually put this on the other side, because you might want to give it to whoever you might be giving it. You might be giving it to them for a you know, a present. So if that's the case, you're going to be pouring probably on this side. You can paint both sides if you want with your primer. It would fit in here perfectly. It's going to be all dried, resin poured, whatever you've done to it. And then you actually have this little part. And you have it blank. Now you could just leave this with your pretty pour or your resin CD in there or disc, and that would be beautiful. Or you can decorate it and use some, maybe, if for example for the Christmas gift, you can always, from your cardstock, you can, you know, cut out some pretty colors and maybe do a die cut of a Christmas tree and put it on there. Have that showing on the outside, and on the inside you can write them a nice little note, and it will slide right in there. So it'll be really nice. So that's what I suggest if you're just going to be giving like one away, or if you're giving more than one away to the same person, do it to all of them. Put them in their little case. It'll help protect them too. So there's that. They also make these little pork things in round as well. And the album is the same way. You're going to do the same thing to your album. Going to tape it, clean it with alcohol, make sure you clean it again before you do your primer. Definitely want to make sure you clean it with your gloves on with alcohol before you do your primer. Don't forget to tape it. Now, sometimes too, people make clocks out of these, and I've seen some gorgeous ones, resined and with clock parts. You can buy clock parts anywhere. You can buy them at Walmart even, but they have it at Hobby Lobby and Michael's and online. So, I think everybody's got the idea. And the same thing with your glass. You want to clean it really good on the outside with alcohol. Make sure you wear your gloves. So I think that does it for today's how-to. And if you have any questions, please write them in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. And God bless, be safe, and be happy. And don't forget to stay tuned for more of my how-to videos. Bye-bye now.